Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm going to do a news video here over the world of sports. From today, we're going to start with the NFL. So Browns Pro Bowl guard Wyatt Taylor, who's scheduled to be a free agent this offseason, announced on Instagram that he will not return to Cleveland, and he now will sign elsewhere. His Carly Taylor put up something, "Thank you, Cleveland, love the Taylor family." And the entire Browns starting offensive line is set to be free agents. Cam Robinson, Joe Bitonio, Ethan Posich, Wyatt Taylor, Jack Conklin. I can't recall this ever happening. The entire offensive line being free agents. But yeah, he's done with Cleveland. The 49ers, they have signed offensive lineman Nick Zakelji to a one-year extension. So a statement from Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice's attorney Sean Lenz on October 9th. Well, after the party's relationship ended, Ms. Jones stated under penalty of perjury in a sworn affidavit, I don't know how you say that word, for non-prosecution that Mr. Rice and I had a verbal argument, but he did not punch me. We will allow the legal process to run its course and have no further comment at this time. So it's what this says. So an ex-girlfriend of Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice has filed a civil lawsuit in Texas alleging he repeatedly assaulted her during an 18-month span from 2023 to 2025. Oh, Lord, man. Rashee Rice. Oh, Lord, man. It feels like garbage right now. So Detroit Lions president and CEO Rod Wood has announced that he will retire before the start of the 2026 NFL season. The Super Bowl champions are now officially for sale. The East State of Paul G. Allen begins the sale process. The sale of the Seahawks is expected to set a new record for the price of a sports franchise. A $194 million investment now will be worth billions. So the Seahawks are now officially for sale. The Kansas City Chiefs restructured Patrick Mahomes' contract this week. They lowered his salary cap number from $78 million to $34 million for the upcoming season, creating $43 million in cap space. They saved like $40 million in cap space. They're going to go crazy in free agency. Just watch. So the 49ers, they will host a regular season game this season in Mexico City at Estadio Banorte with their opponent to be announced. The 49ers will play a regular season game in Melbourne, a home regular season game in Mexico City, and have a schedule that includes 2 cross-country road games at the Falcons and the Giants. So they might be the most well-traveled team in the NFL next year. The Seahawks, that Northern Illinois head coach Thomas Hammock has accepted a job to become the next running backs coach / senior offensive assistant for the Seattle Seahawks. So a new hire there for Seattle, the world champions. The Raiders, they have requested to speak with Vikings assistant offensive coordinator Jordan Traylor to be their QB's coach. A job with the potential to work with Mendoza. Rich Bisaccia stepped down as the assistant head coach / special teams coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. There's all from Schefter here. See if we have anything from JPA. So from JPA football now, the Dolphins could pursue veteran quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo this offseason. Malik Willis could also be an option if it's financially viable for them. Another one, the Dolphins are fielding trade calls for veteran safety Micah Fitzpatrick per a report. The Raiders' #1 overall pick is virtually unattainable unless the team comes with a Godfather type of offer. The Raiders will keep the pick and select Mendoza, so they're not going to trade him one pick, nor should they do that, unless they got such a good offer. But Eagles veteran pass rusher Brandon Graham has interest in playing football next season. He came out of retirement this season to rejoin the Eagles. Should just stay retired. The Raiders are seeking, end quote, at least 2 first-round picks and a, quote, premium player to any potential trade for Max Crosby per Schefter. Demands this steep can ultimately be why maybe he doesn't get traded, but you want a premium player, you're going to have to pay a premium price. But I don't know if anyone's going to trade 2 first-round picks for him, though. The Vikings, Dolphins, and Steelers are top 3 favorites to acquire Kyler Murray this offseason. Obviously, we already talked about Rasheed Rice's ex-girlfriend. You know, kind of filing a lawsuit against him, accusing him of choking, strangling, scratching, hitting, and headbutting her over a 19-month period. So the Eagles want to keep A.J. Brown in Philadelphia next season. Per Real D Gun, they aren't looking to move him. There's growing sentiment among NFL executives in the QB market that Kirk Cousins will rejoin the Vikings, according to Jason LaCafora. If they get him back now, it's just such quarterback mismanagement by this team. So let's see if we have anything from Rapport. There's one thing he reposted from Garofalo. The Raiders are hiring Al Halcomb as a senior defensive assistant. His NFL coaching career began when he took Leonard's NFL coaching career began when he took Holcomb's role with the Giants, and Holcomb joined the Panthers. Now they're in Las Vegas. The Cardinals are hiring former University of Texas defensive coordinator Pete, last name, as their new defensive line coach. I believe that's it here for the news for NFL, so let's move on. So let's move on to NBA, because we have some stuff here. So the Denver Nuggets are converting two-way Spencer Jones to a standard NBA contract for the rest of the season, shooting 41% from 3. Sacramento Kings started Domantas Sabonis underwent season-ending surgery on Wednesday morning to repair the torn meniscus in his left knee. He rehabbed it during the season and tried to play through the injury before having surgery now. And then also Zach LaVine, he's undergoing season-ending surgery to repair a tendon injury in his hand. So those two are done for the season with Sacramento. Orlando Magic forward Franz Wagner will be sidelined indefinitely after recent tests showed that he requires additional time and rehabilitation for soreness in his left high ankle sprain. They will reevaluate him in 3 weeks. The Hawks are converting Kobe Houston to a contract for the remainder of the season. The Clippers are signing Jordan Miller to a new 2-year contract. Dallas Mavericks star Kyrie Irving will miss the rest of the season to allow himself additional time to fully heal from the 20 ACL he suffered last March. He will make his return for the 26-27 season. Mason Plumlee signed a 10-day contract with the Spurs. Yeah, but that's all the news here. LaMelo Ball had a crash, I think. He was driving. Oh my Lord, it's so embarrassing. Who gave this dude? Take his license. Oh my Lord. But yeah, but that was the NBA news there today. Quite a bit of stuff there to talk about. Let's see if anything from NBA Central. But yeah, as I was talking about, LaMelo Ball was involved in a car accident. Witnesses say he exited a Hummer and got into a Lamborghini. And then there was a video of the car accident. Oh my Lord. What is LaMelo Ball doing? Might be the worst driver in the league. Rich Paul says Ant is the best player in the NBA. The NBA and NBC are discussing adding a 1v1 or 2v2 tournament to All-Star Weekend next year. I haven't watched Unrivaled, but they done that one-on-one thing. I would like to see them do like a one-on-one. And if they don't want to, okay, 2v2. But I would like to see them do like 1v1s. Giannis says that if it were up to him, maybe he would have left Milwaukee by now. Kendrick Perkins calls Paolo Banchero the biggest disappointment in the NBA. Steve Van Gundy thinks teams should be able to sign rookies as free agents and that the NBA should eliminate the draft. Why are people saying lately that the NBA should eliminate the NBA draft? It is frightening how many media members truly don't care about the success of small market teams. This is just an abysmal idea. Why is everyone pushing for the NBA to abandon the draft? It's terrible ideas, man. The Cavaliers are only able to offer LeBron a minimum contract. Obviously, we already talked about Kyrie. Anthony Davis and Trae Young still haven't been cleared for contract. They're not going to play the rest of this season. DeAndre Ayton got briefly detained at some airport yesterday for like a small amount of marijuana, I think it was. Anthony Melton compares the Warriors adding Kristaps to the Spurs having Wemby. He ain't going to be Wemby. So let's move on to wrestling here. So SmackDown talent are reportedly being flown into Atlanta, Georgia for the AJ Styles tribute on Raw this upcoming Monday. Man, it's definitely a tribute then. Seems like he's actually retiring. So John Cena revealed he was originally set to defeat Roman at SummerSlam in 2021 to capture the 17th title. That someone would come out and restart the match, leading to Reigns defeating Cena right after to take back the championship. The plans eventually changed after the company secured that Brock Lesnar returned the evening of the show. Oh, Lord. Thank God that didn't happen. AEW Double or Nothing has been announced for Sunday, May 24th at Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens, New York. John Cena actually revealed he was originally set to face Drew McIntyre at Crown Jewel, but then eventually pivoted to a match with AJ Styles to defend reception and internal data. So Clash in Italy has officially been announced for Sunday, May 31st, 2026. So they're going to have the Clash in Italy. WWE announces Jada Parker's out of action due to a neck injury. I don't know watch NXT, so I don't know how she got hurt. I got one more thing to talk about here for wrestling, and then I'll move on to NASCAR playing it off here. So Chris Jericho is firmly under contract to AEW, apparently, and it's believed the company froze his deal when he took time off in 2025. He has reportedly mentioned those close to him that he would be able to WWE return, but fears he would have to give up his outside projects while there. This is a source from Fightful. I don't think he's not. I don't know if he's gonna go back to WWE, honestly, at this point. So let's move on to NASCAR to end it off here. So the Truck Series race, I think, had averaged 1.3 million viewers. Their most watched truck race since 2016. It peaked at 1.6 million, 9:45 to 10 p.m. The Cletus and Tony effect right there. Now people watched it was a pretty good finish too. Pretty good finish that race. I think the O'Reilly race had 1.8 million viewers. It peaked to like 2 million. So pretty good viewership for that for trucks in the O'Reilly race. The purse money for this weekend: Cup 11 million O'Reilly, 1 million trucks. Oh yes, back to the 789,000. The schedule: Friday 3 FS1 truck qualifying, 5 in the CWF. O'Reilly qualifying, 35% chance of rain. Saturday 11 a.m. on Prime. Cup qualifying, 1:30 p.m. FS1 trucks. 4:30 CW Prius, 5:35 the CW race. But will the race happen? Don't know. It's going to be in the 60s, but with a 50 to 70% chance of rain. Sunday 2 NASCAR race day. 3 the Cup race. It's going to be in the 50s with a 20% chance of rain. Don't know what we're going to get Saturday. Honestly, to be honest, if we're going to get racing or not. Yeah, but that's pretty much all for the NASCAR news here. But yeah, there's nothing for baseball, so I got NFL, NBA, wrestling, NASCAR. Got what I could get in here. So yeah, that's really all I got to say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, peace.